Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things to remember before seeing Avatar: The Way of Water.
I know one thing.
For this list, we're looking at various things to keep in mind before heading back to Pandora, from plot details to behind-the-scenes tidbits. And yes, the movie really is coming out. If you haven't seen the first one, there will be some spoilers. Are you looking forward to The Way of Water? Make a splash down in the comments. Number 10. The first film's success. Public opinion has shifted quite a bit on the first movie since its release, to the point that many question the need for a follow-up. But you just don't have a hit like Avatar without getting more.
More sky people are gonna come. They're gonna come like a rain that never ends.
The movie was nominated for 9 Academy Awards, winning 3, including cinematography and visual effects. It also made a whopping $2.7 billion at the worldwide box office, dethroning James Cameron's previous effort Titanic as the highest-grossing movie of all time.
Your money can't save you any more than it could save me. Get back!
Yes, it was overtaken by Avengers Endgame in 2019, but a Chinese re-release in 2021 put Avatar back on top, and subsequent re-releases now have its total haul at $2.9 billion. Suffice it to say, there's still a global interest in Avatar.
There is something really interesting going on in there biologically.
Number 9. The Long Wait.
Let's go, Special Case. Do not make me wait for you.
Obviously, the big elephant in the room is the significant 13-year gap between movies. Of course, an Avatar 2 was never going to be a small undertaking, but even moviegoers were surprised to see how long it took to get cameras rolling.
I need you with me. And I need you to be strong.
Back in 2010, the sequel was originally announced for release in December 2014, but that clearly did not happen. Nor did the subsequent release dates of 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020, or 2021. There were a variety of reasons behind the delays, from technical issues to competition with Star Wars releases to the COVID-19 pandemic. Filming finally got underway in 2017 before wrapping in 2020, which brings us to where we are now. Number 8. A Titanic Reunion. It seems weird to think that a 25-year-old movie like Titanic was only 2 directing efforts ago for James Cameron, discounting documentaries, of course. While The Way of Water will be adding more than a few new faces to its world, one you might not pick up on is Rose DeWitt-Bukater herself, Kate Winslet.
I'm Jack Dawson.
Rose DeWitt-Bukater.
I have to get you to write that one down.
Indeed. Winslet will be reuniting with Cameron under very different circumstances, as this time she'll be done up in blue to play a Na'vi. She'll be playing Ronal, a key member of the Reef Metcaina clan. Winslet learned freediving for the film, and even managed to hold her breath for over 7 minutes, beating Tom Cruise's filming record for Mission Impossible. Number 7. Colonel Miles Quaritch.
This is Papa Dragon. I want this mission high and tight. I want to be home for dinner.
As many fans will remember, the villain of the first film is Stephen Lang's Colonel Miles Quaritch, who is ultimately killed in the finale with arrows courtesy of Neytiri. However, for anyone thinking they've seen the last of him, think again. Indeed, Lang is reprising his role to once again ostensibly play the film's big bad, only this time in a different skin. While many plot details are still under wraps, we do know that Quaritch has been repurposed in a Na'vi body. After working for the Resources Development Administration in the first film, Quaritch has had his memories uploaded into an avatar by the colonizing organization. This arguably makes Quaritch, and by extension the RDA, even more dangerous.
It's all over.
Nothing's over while I'm breathing.
I kind of hoped you'd say that.
Number 6. Dr. Grace Augustine. Quaritch isn't the only deceased character making a return of some kind.
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy.
I have to mind those big rocks.
but I feel her.
Another longtime Cameron collaborator, Sigourney Weaver played Dr. Grace Augustine in the first movie, the head of the Avatar program who's unfortunately killed while trying to escape the RDA with Jake and other dissenters. Jake and the Na'vi try to get the Tree of Souls to transfer Grace's consciousness into her avatar, but she dies before this can happen.
I'm with her, Jake. She's real.
This time around, Weaver is playing Kiri, Jake and Neytiri's adopted Na'vi daughter.
I hear her heartbeat. She's so close.
We've yet to know exactly how Kiri will affect the plot, but early trailers show her feeling someone's presence. Could this person be Grace by way of the Tree of Souls?
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
My team.
Number 5. The plot. Again, early marketing has emphasized visuals more than story. But we can infer a few things based on what we've seen and where the first film left off.
This is why we're here. Unobtainium. Because this little gray rock sells for 20 million a kilo. That's the only reason. It's what pays for the whole party. It's what pays for your science. Comprendo?
Of course, the major conflict in the first Avatar is between the Na'vi and the RDA over the endless cache of unobtainium under the former's home tree. Due to a severe depletion of natural resources on Earth, the humans greatly need the unobtainium, but are ultimately sent packing.
The aliens went back to their dying world. Only a few were chosen to stay.
Though they may not be stationed quite as close, the RDA will still be a major presence. Meanwhile, Jake's clan will interact with the watery Metcainans.
We cannot let you bring your war here.
We didn't get to see much of neighboring Na'vi clans in the first film, so this plot point should surely scratch that itch.
We rode out to the Four Winds, to the horse clans of the plain, to the Ikran people of the Eastern Sea.
Number 4. New filming technology.
Our upcoming movie, Avatar: The Way of Water, will transport audiences to the wonders of the reef, where they'll be introduced to a new oceanic clan and an array of diverse aquatic creatures.
Technically starting development in 1994, the reason the first Avatar took 15 years to hit theaters was the still developing technology that allowed Cameron to achieve his vision. The reason the sequel has taken nearly as long is very similar.
The way of water connects all things. Before your birth and after your death.
As if the title wasn't any indication, The Way of Water will be exploring the more aquatic side of Pandora. That, paired with the revolutionary motion capture technology employed by the first film, posed a very difficult challenge for the filmmaking team. Specifically, new developments had to be made to allow them to capture an actor's mocap while filming underwater. Based on the first looks, it seems like Cameron and company more than cleared that hurdle. Number 3. 3D.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see.
The first Avatar wasn't just groundbreaking with filmmaking techniques. It also ushered in a new era of 3D at movie theaters.
You should see your faces.
Granted, 3D has a long love-hate relationship with moviegoers going back decades, but it was never quite experienced in its full breadth until the release of Avatar. The reception was so strong, in fact, that it seemed like a prerequisite for blockbuster movies to be simultaneously released in 3D, even if they weren't initially filmed that way. That obviously came with mixed results, and over the years, 3D became less and less of an institution. However, you better believe that The Way of Water will be implementing the technology once again, so it'll be interesting to see if it has a similar effect on the industry.
This is our home!
Number 2. Runtime. Now that you know pretty much all you need to story-wise, it might be time to plan exactly where and when you see The Way of Water. Sure, normally a trip to the local Cineplex is no big deal, but most movies aren't 3 hours and 12 minutes long. Yeah, You heard that right. That easily surpasses other lengthy releases 2022 has seen so far, like The Batman and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It even tops the first Avatar by a good 30 minutes.
That's a long time.
Yes.
It's set to be the premier blockbuster of the holiday season, and with early projections tracking it to make roughly $650 million at the North American box office alone, expect theaters to be pretty hectic.
Strong heart.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Other sequels. These days, whenever a major release comes out, people are quick to ask, when's the next one?
Well, I guess I better go. I don't want to be late for my own party.
While any Avatar release date is now going to be met with a bit of skepticism, the yet untitled Avatar 3 actually has a pretty good chance at keeping its. That's because it's already pretty much done, having been filmed in tandem with The Way of Water.
This family. Is our fortress.
Barring some major post-production issues, it's safe to say that the threequel should hit theaters on schedule in December 2024. Beyond that, who's to say? As it stands, Avatar 4 and 5 are set for December 2026 and 2028, with the former already filming. However, should The Way of Water underperform, plans are in place to end things with 3. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.